the flood of 2011, we lost many of our food pantries, many of the services, some of the churches that were serving in the community, serving meals. We lost that ability. And when that happened, several people started getting together thinking, you know what can we do about this problem? We were also approached by the Community Foundation saying, you know, you churches do a great job of feeding people. Can you dream a little bit bigger? Is there something that you could do out there that might make a bigger difference, a bigger impact in the city? And out of those thoughts and out of those dreams, the Welcome Table was formed. Let me ask you a question. Did you have lunch today? Did you have breakfast this morning? Did you have supper last night? Do you know there's people in this community that haven't had either one of those things, and maybe all? Do you know that there's kids in this community that when they eat their last meal at school on Friday, they don't have another meal until Monday? Yeah, it's happening here. You see, people have to make choices. When it's expensive, when it costs a lot to live, then you know what? Shelter becomes the most important piece. You got to put a roof over your head. And sometimes when it costs more money to pay shelter, you have to go without in other areas. So a meal is skipped. Maybe 2 meals are skipped, and the like. So these are some of the real harsh realities of what's going on.
I just never thought I would be homeless. It's just, I don't know, one of those things that a person never thinks they'll experience in life until it happens to you, and then you don't know what to do or where to go. It's very confusing. They think everybody has money, and we just don't. Everybody doesn't get paid the big money that they do on the oil field to be able to afford the apartments, the rent, actually just to live here in town. It's very, very expensive, and people don't realize that. And it can, like, you lose your job, you lose everything, and it's very shocking and hard to deal with.
Welcome to the Lord's Cupboard Food Pantry. I'm Ada Lauer, and I have worked with the food pantry, and the food pantry has been in existence to serve the community of Minot for over 20 years. We're grateful to Goodwill for the space that they have provided to us, and it's approximately 800 square feet. You can probably tell that it's small, especially for the numbers of families and individuals that we serve. We're open 3 days a week, and we average approximately 100 people each day that we're open. Last year, the total meals that the food pantry was able to provide was up about 40 to 45%, and the number of meals was over 65,000.
My name is Bob Lauer. I currently work for the Dakotas Conference as a disaster coordinator for North Dakota. And I am a volunteer at the food pantry, the Lord's Cupboard, and have been for a little better than 20 years. We are currently working toward trying to find a location, a building that will take care of the needs of the service providers and bring them all to one location. You know, there are a lot of things to consider. We want it to be on a bus route so that folks can ride the bus to get there, because many of the people who utilize any of the social services don't necessarily have cars. They travel by bike or walk however they can. We're moving along, and we are looking at some buildings right now that could house us, and hope in the near future to have that home that everybody is looking for.
Think about yourself. How close is it for you to be in a place like that? What if a few unfortunate events happened to you and you were put in the same place? Wouldn't you want a group of people that cared for your welfare, for your being? It's not just money, and it's not just serving, it's all of those things. You know what? We really believe that God is in this, and God has great plans, and God will not go to sleep on the watch of His people. In fact is, He's always listening to the cries of His people. Well, perhaps you've heard this message about the Welcome Table, and you're wondering, how can I get involved? One of the best things that I can tell you to do is just go to our website, www.thewelcometableminot.org. Pilate says, well, what will you have me to do with Jesus? And the same question the Lord asks us today. What role will you have me play in the Welcome Table? Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. God bless you.